How did you come to work for Bette Davis?
Actually, Miss Davis found me hard to believe, but I was studying to be a doctor of psychology, and I graduated in school in Europe quickly. I took 1 year off and was headed back to go to graduate school. But when I came back, because my grandmother died, I came back in January, so I had a period that I come from a working family, very important, my father, the work ethic. So my first job, actually, I wanted to go back to Europe and I wanted an international job. So I worked the first one because I could speak Spanish, I could speak French. The Shah's sister of Iran, Princess Pahlavi, was living in Beverly Hills. And because of my experience and the things that, after living abroad, and the closest I came to a princess was Walt Disneyland, or Disneyland, and Cinderella. So when I had that time, I think it's not just me. When you are 21, 21, every kid, whether you're here, I think I found it all over the world. You're hungry. I thought I was invincible. You think you can do everything. And so what did I know? Back then, they could only be in the States for 6 months. And basically, they had to leave the country. The 6 months was up, and our government, which I have to say, to work there, you are interviewed by the FBI, the CIA. Now, at 21, that doesn't come in my repertoire. So I was fascinated. Anyway, they offered to get me a job. I said, no, thank you. I'll go down to my friend's house, Helen Ann, in the desert. I was there maybe 2 weeks, and I get a call from the agency saying Miss Davis, or Bette Davis, was looking for an assistant, a Girl Friday. I had no idea what a Girl Friday was. I had no idea who Bette Davis was. And if you understand, if you are studying at that time, it wasn't so much movies as you have to get those A's and B's, and you have to get a scholarship. So I did not come from a film background. What interested me, Miss Davis was going to England. And I thought, you're going to England? I've never been to England. I will be whatever day of the week you want me to be. I just want to go to England. And Helen Ann, my good friend, then that night, she put Miss Davis's autobiography, The Lonely Life. And I read it all night long. Call it a premonition, but when I was through, I woke up in the morning and I knew I had the job. I wish I had that more often, but it was just one of those things, and I went up, and the rest was basically history.